Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Showit training. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to edit your Showit site, and I'm going to walk you through the platform so that you can walk away feeling confident in editing your site. I chose a totally random template. You can see up here, my Erin Bordeaux by Jessica. This is not my template. Jessica has created this template. It is free to use in Showit if you do like this template. So when you're looking on your Showit platform and you choose a template, you will notice you have a mobile view right here, and then you also have the desktop view. You can toggle between just looking at the mobile and just looking at the desktop. I always like to design on the desktop view first, and then I will switch over to mobile and design that. Secondly, it's really easy to design the mobile when you have both views open, so you can see what you're doing in these sections over here on your desktop and then translate that into mobile over here as well. Just don't forget that it does not automatically design the mobile version for you. You are going to have to move any elements around that you moved around on the desktop. If you are starting from scratch, especially, you will notice this. If you are creating a new page, you create the whole thing on desktop, you will go over to mobile and you will notice that all of the mobile elements are just kind of clumped into one little spot. You are going to have to move all of those around. So if we want to look at the navigation bar over here, this is where you're going to be spending a lot of time switching between pages. So right now we are on the home page. If you click this portfolio page, it will take you to a different page. Let's say you had an about page, like up here, an investment page, kind word page, blog page, etc. This is where you will find all these. So these are your main pages and these are your blog templates. Something to note about Showit as when you are designing your blog page, this is just a template. So you are going to be designing how the post will look on your website, but you will be actually creating your blog on WordPress. They are just going to integrate it into this template. So you will not actually be posting or copying and pasting your blog post title and your actual blog content onto here. These are just templates that are going to link with your WordPress site. So back to the navigation over here, in order to create a new page, you just want to go up to this plus sign. You can either start with a brand new blank page, or you can click select new page, and this will take you into the folder that this designer has created for you. So she only has created the home portfolio 404 page, but if you wanted to, you could go to the Showit library and check out all of the different free templates that are available. Let's say you go here. That's not a good example. Okay, these are all home pages. Well, you could go here, see what other options that they have, and then add those pages to your website as well. Let's just start with a blank page for now. So when you open up a blank page, it will be blank, obviously. In order to actually edit the page, you're going to go up here, and instead of being on the site tab, you will click on the page tab. So you will go here, and now we are just designing on this page. So you are going to want to break up your pages into individual sections in order to make things more organized for you. So in order to edit just this section, you just click within it. You can start adding text. You can add header text, subheading, etc. And then all you really do is drag and drop things around how you want them. You can also add some rectangles. If you want to add a button, you could add some icons, you could embed code, you could add a video, you could add a photo gallery, and then over here you can just click this and it will pop up a media library where you can add all sorts of photos that you want. So you can add photos to here as well. So let's just say this was like an intro section to this page of the website. Now I want to add a new section. So I'm going to click here, and again, you can either add an existing canvas from Jessica. So let's do a menu canvas. We'll add this. We'll position it up there to the top. And then we will add the mobile navigation, which will only be seen on mobile. And then we will add the footer down there. So let's go back to creating a new blank canvas. So this is where you're going to be really editing the actual page. So we're going to add some more sections down here, some more pieces, and this is how the page is going to flow. But up here is obviously the menu, and then down here is obviously the footer. These are called site canvases. So you'll notice this looks different than this when you highlight it, and this is because this is a site canvas. You will also notice over here the site canvases have the lines in the background of these bars. Site canvases just mean that if you are editing whatever is in here, it will edit for the entire site. So the site canvases are great for navigation menus and also for footer. So this site canvas, this footer is going to be the same on every single page. And it's awesome because you can save anything that you create as a site canvas and be able to use it on any other page by just clicking up here, adding the new canvas, choosing the one that you made. So for instance, let's take this canvas that we just made, and I want to convert this to a site canvas so that I can use it on all pages that I want to. I would just click convert to site canvas right here. And so now it's a site canvas. Any edits that I make here will also be live on any other pages. I could go back to the home page and I'll just show you what you do. Sorry, to add a site canvas, you would just go back to the home page. Like I mentioned, click here, add new canvas, and then this is the canvas I just created. Click add, it will always go to the bottom, and then you just drag it where you want it to go. So now it's here. So that's all about site canvases. And the site canvases will be listed here as well so that you can just easily edit them. These are all the site canvases included in this template. Another, just going through the menu over here, another thing to note is this is your media library. If you click this, you can add any images that you want. You can add new folders to keep things organized. For instance, these are all of my logos in this one folder. Design settings, this is going to be where your color palette lives and where all of your different fonts live. So you have your title font, your heading, your subheading, your paragraph. If you change anything on this design setting page, it will change throughout the whole website. So let's say you wanted to change a different color palette color. If you go here, let's change it to like orange, it will change everything on the site. You will notice that in this particular settings, she had that blue color up here for all of the fonts. So you will notice that it changed. To change an individual font color, you just click these three little dots here. And if you scroll down, it will ask what color, what font you want to use, what size you want. Do you want it center aligned, etc.? Do you want it uppercase, normal, and then what color? If I click one, it will change to that orange color. It just takes a while for it to recognize that I changed the orange color. And then if you have any links, like in your headings, let's say you want to link to a different website or a blog post or whatever, this is where you would change those link colors as well. So I want the link colors to be pink. I want them to be underlined or not underlined. You could change the opacity, etc. And then just click these three dots to exit back out. And so you can edit each of the fonts on your website this way, and then you can also edit them on mobile as well. So usually on mobile, you will want the font sizes to be a little bit smaller than they are on desktop because the mobile screen is going to obviously be smaller. And then another thing to note is this background color. If you go to click add a new section on any of your pages, it will auto default to this color right here unless you want it to be a little bit darker or pink or whatever you wanted. But even though it does auto default to that color, you can always change it within the page. And then over here is how you can add any sort of different fonts. Like let's say you have a custom font on your computer for your brand, you could add the custom font right there. Or you could choose through their list of fonts right here. And they have a ton of fonts, and I believe these are all imported from Google. So if you do have a Google font, then you can just add it here to your site as well. But these fonts that are included with this website specifically are Montserrat and Rufina. All right, so I'm not going to save those changes because that orange would have been hideous. All right, and then up here is your site settings. So this is where you would set your custom domain. This is where you would choose your favicon. This is where you would have your blog domain, and then this is where you would input a Google Analytics ID or a Facebook app ID in order to start tracking your analytics. Over here to the right, so let's go back to the home page and pretend like we are editing some stuff. So over here, we have, I'll move myself over here. We have your canvas view, which is where you can change your background of your canvas. So let's say you, right now it's at none, but let's say you wanted a image in your background. So you could come up here, let's just play around with this. Oh, sorry, it just took a while. So let's say you wanted an image in your background. That's how you would change that. You could also just do a video, or you could do a plain color and make it blue or whatever you wanted to do. And then on mobile, you're going to have to, like I said, go through and make all of those changes on mobile as well. It is not going to automatically do that for you. And then if you keep going through the menu on the right-hand side, this canvas menu, this is where you will choose the height of the canvas. So you'll notice when you start to create, let's just create a new blank canvas. Okay, here it is. You'll notice when you start to create the canvas, it will start at a really skinny height. So in order to maximize that height, you just go up with the arrow, and then you'll notice that the canvas is getting larger. You can also have it grow with your content. So if you have any sort of animations, like an FAQ question, and the question was really long, but you didn't want your initial canvas to be long, if somebody clicks on that question, the canvas will like grow with the content. I probably didn't explain that well, but if you have questions, just let me know. Okay, and then the canvas background, we already went over that. And then animation. So let me just put in something here for you. So animation is if you want any sort of canvas animation. So like as they're scrolling through the page, you could have the whole canvas slide in or bounce or rotate, etc. I don't really use any of these animations, but feel free to. Default hover. Let's see. Transitions. Also, if you wanted to do a canvas view, so over here, it looks like they have different transitions or different canvas views. So if you click on one of these images, it will take you to another view or the investment packages. So in order to, that's what this transition is talking about. So between the different canvases, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you come down here, and then if you click on Meet Aaron, it will go to a different canvas view. And you can go back, click on investment, it will go to this canvas view. So that's what I'm talking about here. You could do some sort of transition to go through this view to the Meet Aaron view. But back to canvas views. So if you wanted to make a transition like this, all you would have to do is come up here, click Add Canvas View. It's going to automatically go to number 4 because there's one started in here already. But if we want to go somewhere that doesn't have a canvas view, like this new canvas that I just created, we can click here, Add Canvas View. It would start at number 1. And then if I add another one, it's going to go directly under here. So you'll see, I'll show you an example. So let's say this is Canvas View 1, this photo, and let's just put this title in here too. Canvas View 2 is going to be this photo. In order to get it to go to Canvas View 2, you need to add a click action. So if you click, let's say you wanted somebody to click on the photo to go to the next Canvas view, click on the photo right here, go over to click actions down here, click on Canvas, click on this canvas, and then click on view number 2. And then it will go to canvas number 2. Once this is done saving, I'll show you the preview. And there you go. Okay, so that's pretty much about Canvas views. That's how people make transitions within Showit. You also can make them auto advance the view. So if you don't want somebody to have to click on the view, you can check mark this. It will automatically go to the next canvas as they're scrolling down. See, it will ask you how many seconds you want until it goes to the next canvas view. Let's see if there's anything else on here that I can show you. Again, this is where you would do any sort of transitions. If you wanted to hover, a lot of people do for buttons, they make them 50% opacity. So if you go into custom, you can do this. You can make it transparent. Or if you wanted them to hover over the button and have it change color, you could do that as well. So we can make it gray. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know if I waited for enough time. There it goes. So when you hover over it, it's gray. Effects. Oh, this is a good one too. For images, if you're like, I want a circular image on there or rounded corners, this is where you do that. So you would click on your image. Let's say we want this to be circle. We would just go like this, and now we have a circular image. Or we could make the corners rounded and then increase the radius, which is really hard to see on here because the image has a white background. So let me do it on this one. There you go. There you got some rounded corners. So another thing to note is in Showit, you'll be moving stuff around and you will notice, okay, I want this centered. Sorry, I want this centered, but how do I make that happen? So if you click on anything that's within your canvas and you want to have it centered, just go to size and position right here. And then this little center to canvas section is going to be your best friend. So this button on the right will center it in the middle, and then this one will center it in the entire canvas up and down. You also can note this is the X and Y axis of where the image is starting. So if you wanted to use this to line up some of your images or text or whatever, like that would be a good thing to use as well. If I have multiple images in here, I can, let's say sorry, this is a bad example because it's white. Do this one. All right, so let's say I have multiple images in here and I want to be able to center them with each other. So let's say I put it in here like this and I'm like, oh, I want this to be centered with this image. You just highlight both of them and then you will click this button right here in the middle and it will make sure that this image is centered here. You also can drag both of these together and align them centered to the canvas. So this is great if you have lots of different things going on within your canvas. Let's see if there's anything else that I can teach you. Okay, well, I think that's it for this little mini Showit training tutorial. If you have any questions or anything else that you want to know about Showit, let me know. I am here to help. I am happy to help you. I love designing sites on Showit, and I would be happy to help you out.